Hello friends, SentinalhMC here, and welcome back to our Civilization 6 Let's Play as Norway. So in the last episode, we continued exploring. Our scout accidentally stumbled upon barbarians, which always happens. Our Viking longship got into a scrap with a couple of barbarians. We formed diplomatic relations with Arabia, and we discovered Japan. And we're sending our scout down over here because it looks like a nice place for a city, as long as Japan doesn't have things in that region as well, so we don't piss them off. It looks like... Oh, and here we go! The first thing we do this episode is discover Greece. Yeah, so he's not gonna like me if I mess with city-states as well. I'm pretty sure that's his thing as well. Let's check him out. He likes civs that aren't competing for the same city-state allegiance. Well, that's fine, since I don't plan on really going into city-states that much. So he's got, unfortunately, all the same resources that I do, luxuries-wise, so I can't trade with him for any luxuries since we have the same ones. Which is quite disappointing, honestly. I was hoping that I had a monopoly on Mercury, which is obviously not true. This looks like Scythia over here. Yeah, that's her. Oh, and here's Hong Kong. And they want my religion. They want the memes, guys. They want the memes. So let's see. This settler and soldier should probably come over here. Although if Scythia's cities are over here, we're really going to have to settle this area pretty quickly. I do like the look of this area here. So we're actually going to come in the same way as our other settler is going to come in. Although he's going to probably end up landing over here. Yeah. And this builder, I can't come up there, unfortunately. I keep forgetting about that cliff. We're going to have to be careful with him. I don't want any barbarians to grab him, so we're going to keep him on the water until our swordsmen get there. Nope, bumped the mic. Not a good idea. So now we have... Let's see. We could build the Colossus straight up. +1 trade capacity. Grants us a trader. +3 gold and an emerald point. I really like the gold. Although, if I build it in Nidaros, it has to go here. And we're just taking up all the coastal tiles with stuff. The only other place it could go is Christiansand. Once its harbor is built, I could go ahead and build it like right here. I'd like to spread the wonders out so one city isn't building all of them. Feels like it'd be a good thing, if only for the looks of my my empire. I don't know. If I was going to build an aqueduct, this city would have to go here, unfortunately. So it looks like we're probably not going to build an aqueduct in Nidaros. So maybe I shouldn't build aqueducts in places that don't need them. Now, none of these tiles are particularly attractive, and because of that quarry right there, well, these two quarries, most of these tiles are actually average, because the quarries, I believe, reduce it. I know mines reduce it, but I assume quarries do as well. I don't know what farms do, but it's not helping, that's for sure. So yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the best appeal over here. The best appeal is in this area, which Nidaros will eventually get control over. It's breathtaking here, and it's breathtaking here. So I could always build a thing here, a neighborhood. The problem is, once I build the jade mine right here, it's probably going to lower the appeal. Although the appeal is still breathtaking on this jade node. And there's also a breathtaking tile over here. So we'll be able to build neighborhoods on a lot of these tiles to give our cities more pop. So I won't worry about the aqueducts, really. Well, housing is 10 in Nidaros right now. I don't really know. I don't remember what's giving it that much housing, but it's quite nice. I could build a stave church. It'd take 3 turns. It'd give me 4 faith. Another citizen slot, which is always nice. great profit points, which we don't need, obviously. And I need to get it before I can get the Gurdwara, which will give us some extra food, which is quite nice. The question is whether to build the stave church or to start working on another district. I would really like to get an industrial zone built just so that we can get more production. Now, the best place to put that is obviously going to be next to one of our mining areas. Now we're going to put a mine on this mercury, which I imagine counts, because if I look at this, it's a mine, so yeah, it would count. Because if we put it here, we get +1 from the mine. So the funny thing is, if I put it here, it ends up getting +1 from this mine, and it'll get +1 again once this mine is built. If I build it here, it gets +1 from the quarry, but it'll never gain additional +1 because we don't. Well, it'll only gain +0.5 from this commercial district. This is going to be a thing. There's no other hills around here, so it actually feels as though the best place to put our industrial zone is in the place I was originally thinking to put my campus because of these two mountains. If I put my my industrial zone here and we upgrade the mercury, we gain additional plus. So because production is the most valuable resource in this entire game, I am going to go ahead and place an industrial zone here rather than the campus. So we're going to assess where we're going to put our campus, and I feel like we're just going to end up shoving it next to one of these mountains. Because there's no rainforest here to gain a bonus. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Over here at Stavanger, which has a mine. Isn't that a mine? And a mine. And a mine. We were going to put our industrial zone probably right here. 2 mines. Yep. Let's check out the envoys. We could send one to Hong Kong. We could send, 2 to Hong Kong. Let's send one to Hong Kong. Confirm that placement for the, it says 2. Oh yeah, do I have that thing that causes the first one I send to count as 2? I think I do. So we've got the 1, we got +2 production in the capital when doing buildings and wonders and stuff. Let's go to the next turn. Greece received a foreign delegation from me. Well, I don't need to know that. Why do you keep telling me that? This is Arabian scout going all over the place. Our longboat's being attacked by barbarians. Our knowledge of machinery has been boosted, just as I expected, and we're going to get it in 1 more turn, which is fantastic. I can actually coastal raid this for the gold. That's sick. Why did you do that for? Told you to go over here. Not go up there. Stupid things. I should have just navigated them there tile by tile. They're doing dumb things that I didn't tell them to do. I feel like this area down here is going to be good for a city, but we gotta find out. We gotta get down there. What am I looking at here? Oh yeah, I'm looking at Stavanger for what Stavanger's going to build. Can't build the Colossus till we build a harbor. And there's no location because we don't own this or this yet. I want to put it here. Although, if I put it here, it'd gain a bonus from the fish. Not that the fish bonus really matters all that much. Really doesn't matter where it goes. Now again, I could build an aqueduct. Of course, it's only going to give me 2. The thing about Stavanger is that the appeal is extremely limited. There's really not going to be any opportunities to build neighborhoods here, which is going to severely limit the maximum population of this city. It's already almost running out of housing, which means we're going to have to get our housing in other ways at this place. So we have a campus. The university will provide housing. I believe that the Stave Church provides extra citizen slots. Doesn't actually provide housing though. Alright, let's figure this out. Is anything combined with faith? No. I didn't think there was. I mean, we obviously want the industrial zone, but we don't own the tile that I want to put it on. I want to put it on this tile right here. on this plains tile, so it'll be adjacent to 2 of our mines. There's no other tile that Stavanger is ever going to own that's going to be any better than that. This one would be the same, but we might put our aqueduct here. So, industrial zone goes over here. What tile are they going to gain next? 17 turns for that tile. Because Stavanger isn't really producing any culture of its own. I think that is related to local culture. So let's go ahead and build the monument, just that Stavanger isn't waiting an eternity for each of its tiles. We have another archer here. I was sending this archer over here to assist over there. I think that we'll leave this one garrisoned. We do want to have, you know, some semblance of a garrison sitting around places. So now that we've discovered Hong Kong, we're going to continue traveling up the coast. Oh. And around the top, just so that we can map out these land masses. We just got to map out these land masses. Here's our scout ready to go down here. All the wheat is what leads me to believe that this area would be good for cities. So I'm really hoping that that pans out. Next turn, and our scout gets away, thankfully. So I didn't want to lose that scout to some barbarians. That would have been upsetting. Wow, so much stone. Get down here into these rainforests, get some bananas and stuff. So it does look like we're going to be able to get some cities in here before people start complaining. Maybe. I don't know. I think that they'll be far enough away to avoid complaints from other civs about being,
I'd imagine the whole world,
quote unquote, too close. Now we have machinery, which is excellent, because now we can build lumber mills, and of course we've got plenty of locations to put those in. So we've actually discovered another tribal village, which is 6. So next turn we can coastal raid that, which is going to be terrific. Here we've got another barbarian scout. Oh crap, there's a barbarian horseman right here. Damn it, there's just so many barbarians. So I mean, it's good that, let's see what the game recommends. It recommends a city on top of the stone. It recommends a city right here on this marsh. Next to this lake. Funny enough, it doesn't recommend a city over here. I recommend a city over here. I mean, what would I get if I put a city right here? It seems to think it's a good location, so maybe we'll go over there and see what's there. I get the feeling, I don't know, the way that the game tells you what places to go, it might have a different priority than myself. Let's go and see what's up here. Looks like lots of fish and crabs. Some more wheat over here. Major victory. Yeah, we don't want to do that. That's great. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's the Cliffs of Dover over here. I want to found a city near the Cliffs of Dover. I mean, you can't upgrade these tiles, but they each produce 3 culture and 2 gold. So if I'm close enough to the Cliffs of Dover to own them, I'm going to gain quite a nice little boost. So maybe instead of founding my city right here, like it seems to want me to, I'll found it up here. Or right here. If I founded it right here, which happens to be a hill as well, then I would have access to both of the Cliffs of Dover tiles, as well as this stone resource. Seems like a good plan, so we're going to head over there. And they want to embark to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter because Norway doesn't have any penalties for embarking. Let's see. +1 money from entertainment for each lake tile within 1 tile of Hui Teokali. +1 food and +1 production for each lake tile in your empire. Must be built on a lake tile adjacent to land. See, the Hui Teokali would be great right here on this lake, because it would be adjacent to 3 lake tiles. So a Hui Teokali right here would be awesome. I've never actually built it because I've never been next to lakes. And there's not really very many lakes around, but it might be cool. So everything's going to take 7 turns except for military tactics. That's how we get our Berserker. But I don't really know if I need it. what we're going to do instead is... I'm not going to earn a great scientist anytime soon, am I? Let's see. Triggers Eureka moment for 3 random technologies from the Renaissance or Industrial era. Yeah, I'm definitely not close to getting this. Other people are making more science than me, obviously. So that's probably not going to get boosted anytime soon. Castles ain't going to get boosted anytime soon. Military engineering needs me to build an aqueduct. That could happen. Let us start going for education to unlock the university. And we'll just go and switch. If I remember, we'll switch to the other ones as we get far enough to where boosting would finish them. Scythia's evil deeds have been denounced, which is always nice because Scythia is just full of evil deeds, and I hate Scythia.
Is superior to opulence.
We have our defensive tactics. We're discovering that this area right here would be perfect for a city once these barbarians are gone. There's a lot of nice resources here. 3 cattle. This would be awesome. These cattle would be awesome if you had an outback station, if you were playing Australia. Place down a pasture on each one of these and slap your outback station there. I don't actually know if the outback stations gain a benefit from being next to multiple ones of those, though. All I really know about the outback station is that if you place it next to a pasture, it's awesome. Okay, so now this guy is in the way. Move him here. Because I want to put a city there. Like, I've decided that's where our city is going. I am putting one there. I can't coastal raid it because the barbarians are sitting there? Ugh. I guess I'll have to wait for them to move. That's dumb. Okay, so Japan is here. Why can't I step onto that tile? Barbarian, that's why. Oh, so this isn't where I wanted to go. This is like a tiny little spit of land. And there's a German settler and a Japanese settler. Holy cow. They're not going to get along. You gotta choose a civic. I really want to go for civil service. Am I anywhere near growing a city to 10 pop? Nidaros is on 7. That's the closest. It's going to be a lot of turns before it gets there, though. We're probably not going to be able to boost civil service. I never end up boosting feudalism, which is because I never build enough farms, which is a problem. I still haven't killed a unit with my quadrine, but I totally could. Anyway, we're going to start researching civil service just because it's so good. I like civil service. Although I should probably actually start researching feudalism, but none of my cities seem to be in a food slump. Maybe Nidaros could use another one. I need to get some more builders. That's one thing I haven't been doing. Let's go into our policies. Remove this cost of purchasing tiles. And install production towards builders. Unless I have one that gives the builders extra builds, which I don't have those yet. Yeah, Diplomatic League is what I have in my diplomacy policy. Okay, so let me think. We need to get lumber mills in Sarpsborg. There's 2 great locations for that. And in Christiansand, I want to chop this one down and put a mine on it, actually. So, man, if I didn't have to put my aqueduct for Christiansand right there, I would totally put my industrial zone there. It's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 mines next to it. It would be so awesome to put my industrial zone there. As it stands, we're only going to be able to put it here, and it'd be next addition to 3, because I need an aqueduct in Christiansand. Obviously, it's not got access to fresh water. It needs the aqueduct, which we could build. Once this harbor is done, we'll probably build the aqueduct. So Sarpsborg's almost done with its... we're going to build a builder over here. Sarpsborg is almost finished with its harbor, and then we'll start it working on a builder. We'll use our archer to scout this area. This longboat will continue to scout over here, just so we can find everything. We found Amsterdam. Is that on an island? Amsterdam wants me to construct a holy site. Suzerain is Hojo. +4 gold in the capital once I get 1 in there. That's awesome. Once I get my next envoy. Obviously, wow, Arabia is a monarchy. That means Arabia is ahead of me in civics, which isn't surprising. My knowledge of cartography has advanced, which is nice. Just about finished here. I just really want to get my scout away from those barbarians. And I really want to try and get a city settled. But it doesn't look like we're going to get that done in this oh, wait. Next turn we can settle that. Oh, come on. Let's just finish this off so we can settle a city. I really want to settle a city. +1 food, +1 gold if I build a lighthouse. First thing we're going to do is build a builder. 2 turns for a builder. Yeah, so this is weird. So many settlers over here. It's a good thing we're settling in this area while we are. I need to get some more settlers going, though. They're going to end up settling everything. The way they're sending those things. So Amsterdam is on its own island. Now I want to keep following this coastline. Next turn, and then we'll get our next city. Our first city on this basically mainland. I know it's supposed to be an island, a large island, but it's essentially a mainland. I mean, it's very large. Germany's expanding. Greece is expanding. Oh, what the heck's going on over here? There's a ship here now? And my longship's almost destroyed? What the hell happened? Where did this guy come from? And these slingers. Well, at least I can run away. Since my ship's so fast. I don't want to lose my longboat. It heals in neutral territory, so it should be fine. The barbarians trying to kill my stuff. Alright, so we'll get our guy over here. Our guy right here will settle this city so that it can claim the cliffs of Dover. We found our city of Drammen. Awesome. So we have a city founded, our 5th city. We're going to put another one here, and we're going to sprawl out on this island. I really want a city here, but we're going to have to send an army down here to get rid of these barbarians. There's so many of them. And I definitely want a city in here so I can put a harbor over here so I can get guys into this section. But actually, if I put a city here, I'd probably put the harbor over here so I can get guys into this section. Hopefully it connects over here, and that would give me a nice place to put you know, sort of send my military from. This would be a great place for a campus and a holy site. This is so many hills right here. This would be an awesome location for a city dedicated to production. I might put a city right here. It doesn't really have access to any like special resources, but it is just so hilly here. I want to stick mines on every tile. In fact, is that a hills? It is a hills, which means that there's a hill on every single one of the tiles surrounding this point. Now, this is where I'd put my city on this tile, so it's not going to work. But if we put an industrial site right here and made every single one of these a mine, it would gain +6, which would be a huge production boost, which actually might encourage me to put my city elsewhere. Maybe like right here, depending on what's over here. We'll see that next episode, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like and comment the video if you did. Join our Discord if you're interested. And thank you so much for watching. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.